Good morning, Alabama. This is Roving reporter Richard Epps, here to bring you exciting news about an innovative teaching methodology called place-based learning. Place-based learning is a teaching approach that uses places and their resources as a foundation for learning across multiple disciplines. Place-based learning resources may be cultural, historic, or geophysical. The goals of place-based learning in education is to include fostering a sense of place in individuals and in their community. This investigation has revealed that place-based learning is not a new concept. In fact, place-based learning has cycled over generations and is rooted in the history of our modern education system. We also learned that place-based learning is uniquely well suited to help students meet their curricular goals and to build confidence and skills in young people and help them contribute to their community. It is recommended that teachers seeking to add realism to their classroom consider adding place-based learning to their curriculum and get their students involved with activities in their surrounding communities. To get more insight on this pedagogy, we spoke virtually to education author Gregory A. Smith.
Place-based educated is a pedagogy that immerses students in local heritage, cultures, landscapes, opportunities, and experiences, using these as a foundation for study. It emphasizes learning through participation in service projects for the local school and/or community. This approach, with its focus on the incorporation of local knowledge, skills and issues into the curriculum, involves an effort to restore learning experiences that were once the basis of children's education prior to the invention of formal schools. Before formal education, the great majority of children learned within the context of their families, neighborhoods, and communities as they watched, listened to and imitated adults, explored the natural and human-made world and interacted with one another. While the approach widely diminished with the rise of industrialization and standardization in the 20th century, it is once again emerging as a promising approach to help students find purpose and develop the knowledge, skills, and dispositions to thrive as adults.
Place-based learning benefits schools by building solid school community connections that result in partnerships and resources. Benefits of this pedagogy include boost in student achievement and confidence, improved environmental, social, and economic vitality, the creation of vibrant partnerships between schools and communities, and the passing on of knowledge and skills that will help students take part in the democratic process.
Our investigation into this pedagogy also revealed that place-based education is regarded by educators as an anytime, anywhere learning method that leverages the power of place to personalize learning. We learned that the place-based education is not just about visiting places. It's about investigating, participating, and contributing. For more on this, here is Sarah Nelson. As with anything else, this learning methodology does have some challenges. Some of the challenges we learned through our investigation are a lack of time to devote to curricular change in the midst of multiple curricular pressures. Sometimes the administration may not be fully on board with this education method. The risk of being outdoors, the natural exposures to being outdoors. Educators tell us that some of them are uncomfortable with the outdoor settings and the absence of a structured curriculum. Sometimes there's parent backlash. Some parents do not see the value of students learning outside, and they prefer the students to stay inside and avoid field trips. Weather also has an impact on this learning pedagogy. So these things have to be balanced against the educators have to challenge the balance of these uh, disadvantages against the advantages and making this pedagogy work. Our investigation has revealed and a way of implementing place-based learning is what they consider to be the global model and scale of implementation. And what as educators tell me is that the best way of thinking about this is a series of concentric circles, starting with the inner circle being the actual self of the student, moving out to the classroom, through the communities, through the schools, to the communities, the regions, and the world. At its core, this is talking about global learning, facilitating the educational experience, allowing students to appreciate the diverse perspectives and understand the connection they have to the wider world, respectively and effectively communicating and collaborating across cultures, countries, and the use of disciplinary and interdisciplinary knowledge to investigate and take action on issues that matter to them and the wider world. Local learning serves as a model for understanding regional and global challenges, opportunities, and connections. Similarly, global perspectives serve as a lens through which to understand local communities, students, and schools and classrooms. So as the arrow moves from local to global, the student expands their horizon as they learn more about their world. For, for a better perspective on place-based learning, here is a short video on place-based learning in action.
They're connecting their learning with what's happening here in their own backyard. They're constantly engaged in it. They're thinking about what they're doing and why they're doing it and how it impacts a bigger picture. For us, place-based learning is using the environment as the tool, using our place as our tool for learning.
Here we go. Everybody's ready.
When you use your place, everything that the kids are doing becomes relevant and real. They see it. They can put their hands on it. Doesn't matter if you have a stream or woods. It can be in the middle of the city. Just ask the kids, ask the parents. They'll tell you where all the little cool little nooks and crannies are in the neighborhood that you could be utilizing.
Wetland. Hemlock forest.
What's in your backyard? What's in the environmental laboratory that's out there? Let's talk about habitats. Let's talk about animals. Let's talk about what your backyard looks like through the seasons. How's a meadow different from a forest? How's that different from a stream?
We need to think about all the places in our backyard that we could set up some scent stations. Get your best sniffer on. Line up in front of Mrs. McCulley.
So the first one you're going to smell is fox urine. Are you ready?
Our scent stations were designed to attract.
So there you have it, folks. We now know that place-based learning is a pedagogical approach that uses their resources as a foundation for the learning across disciplines. This learning method seeks to improve student achievement, increase collaboration between students and schools and the community, and also works to preserve the environment. Thank you for joining us on this special report. We now return you to your regular scheduled broadcast of Sharks on the Roof. I'm Richard Epps. Good day.